Hi there, my name is Toby and I'm continuing to talk about the ether and the different layers, the different levels of the ether. You see, the ether is one single pure fluid and the whole universe is made of that. But it has different densities, different levels to it. And this is where it's got confusing and we've been told a big lie about it. A big lie, and it's caused a lot of trouble. So I'm coming to that. So what it means, the different densities of this ether, they have different energy levels. So the higher density has the higher energy, but it's a lower level. Higher energy means more physically manifest. See, very simply, spirit, thought energy, that is the highest level. It's the most influential, but it's the least density, it's the softest, the lightest. So it has no manifestation, we can hardly see it. But this body, this physical reality, this is the heaviest, the densest. It has the most energy, but it's the lowest level. It is the least influential. We can't do much in this body. It's very limited. We are locked into this position because of the atoms. The atoms are now fixed in space-time. The spirit, the soul, is still in the very same space-time, but it is not fixed. So it can move about faster, do more stuff. Now, of course, we as living beings are soul, body together. All the different layers of the ether are creating us, or we are that. And this means it's like a hierarchy. Spirit at the top and matter at the bottom. Body at the bottom. So the spirit is higher, the body is lower. This is where the big lie has come about. We have been told that the spirit is higher, and higher means better. And the body is lower, and lower means worse. It's not better and worse. This is where religion has claimed it for themselves. And it's just, well, it's all a cult. It's a power structure created by humans, living beings, with a limited sense of the energy, the ether. So they just want more. They're trying to get more energy. But they're essentially stealing it. So it's a power structure, a search for power, but it's still just ignorance. So they've made it very limited, and they've told us a lie about it, so that they can claim credit for it. They can say the spirit is better, but the spirit is God, and only we have got the path to God. You must follow our instructions, because then you will be better, and you will get to God. And this is the hierarchy. And there's evidence of this hierarchy, so it must be true. No, the hierarchy is true, but it's not better or worse. It's not a judgmental hierarchy. It's only, and here we've got to get this right, it's only a scientific hierarchy. It's meaningless. It's not better or worse. You see, I talk about it, the spirit comes first, the body comes after, but there is no beginning or end. There is no first and there is no second. Again, we live in a steady state universe. All of this creation is happening over and over and over again every moment. There's not one single moment of creation. It's the chicken and the egg. And we can't say which came first, the chicken or the egg. No, what I'm saying, hear me out, it's not the chicken first or the egg first, it's the fact that both the chicken and the egg are always here. There's a point outside here where there's no chicken and there's no egg. But when you come here into manifestation, boom, suddenly there is both a chicken and an egg. Now don't get confused, this is not quantum mechanics. I'm talking about the fundamental process of creation, spirit manifesting itself. And that is not a single moment. It means spirit appears and matter appears, both at the same time. Neither one is more important than the other. Neither one is better or worse. Now that's very important, because religions tend to make you spiritual. Cults tend to make you spiritual. I'm off in the mind. I'm daydreaming. I'm away with the fairies. Very rarely do they ground you in your body. But of course you do. You have cults. You have yoga cults. You have qigong cults. They're doing exercises, but still attributing it to a hierarchy, and the hierarchy goes to the master. Yeah, it's not a master. Can't be that. This is purely a scientific hierarchy. You have to do it all by yourself. No master involved. All we can do is have a sort of a study where we try and explain this science. That's what I'm offering. I am trying to understand it, and as and when I understand it, I straight away explain it. I explain it so that helps me understand it more, and if you understand it, it means I'm on the right track. But I've always got to look at the big picture. Always think about the big picture. So we got this spiritual hierarchy. Once we can let go, this is not religious, we can now talk about it. Pure spirit, that is the unconscious mind, outside all manifestation. No chicken, no egg yet. That is the unconscious mind. The moment of manifestation is the unconscious mind waking up. The unconscious mind splits into two: the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The waking mind and the dreaming mind. It has to. This is also, the waking mind is mathematics. The dreaming mind is imagination. Two aspects of consciousness. But in its pure state, it's stillness. It's a point, or it's infinity. Outside space and time, unconscious. No experience. The moment you visualize geometry, a shape, now you have space. But it's only a visualization. It's in consciousness. But you still must have space. The moment you visualize one shape, one geometry, you realize, hang on, I can imagine any shape, any geometry. The moment you imagine one geometry, you have imagined infinite geometry. Has to be. But it's going to take some time. It's going to take time to imagine all the way through all these infinite geometries. So now you must have time. And time is simply a measurement of the movement of geometry. It's just moving shapes. That's time. And we've got that now in consciousness. It's in the mind. Now the waking mind, the conscious mind, is observation of reality. That means it has to be mathematical. There has to be a process to have this physical manifestation. So mathematics governs the waking mind. Logic. That is the law of the universe. And really that is the mathematics of the golden ratio. Again, it's so difficult to explain. I'm going to see if I have an attempt in this lecture series, but it might require a whole lecture series by itself. So difficult to explain. But the golden ratio, proportionality, that number is the single number that is the grand unified field theory of the universe, is the golden ratio proportionality. It's the proportionality of metaphysics to physics. It's the way that manifestation has to happen. It has to happen through a process of growth. Growth is governed by this golden ratio mathematics, Fibonacci sequence, the Fibonacci spiral, the formation of an egg. An egg is the golden ratio proportionality. Remember, chicken and the egg. But they all come together. So pure consciousness creates geometry. This is thought energy. Thought energy is space and time. The background ether. Highest level. That is the heavenly realm. It's infinite in your imagination. Now, that's the highest level, but it's the lowest energy, lowest density. It's everywhere. Coming down, it gets more intense. It becomes emotional. That is more passionate. That is love. That is etheric. We can also call that etheric energy. It's emotional. Emotional means desire. You see, this thought energy is very diffuse. I'm imagining a shape, but I have to have a desire. I love that shape. Wow, that's beautiful. It intensifies. Now more focus is put onto that geometry. It intensifies. More etheric energy is collecting into that shape, that geometry. This is morphic resonance. The focus of etheric energy into geometry. This is emotions. Emotional energy is this. It is the formation of life. Again, very deep. This is the life force, the chi, the prana, the ki. The ki is slightly different, but this is the abstract life force. You can call this love. That is intensified energy into a geometry. Now, we've also got thought energy and emotional energy. We are collecting intelligence. It's already a next level down, but a higher level energy. But intelligence is collecting down. It's life now. Intelligence requires a bit more detail. We're creating now a complicated world. So we need some more complexities to interact with this world. We start to create a light body, a morphology, a shape. And it's the shape of this body, but made of light. Light is the denser form of this ether. From emotional, etheric energy, it comes down into light. But first we've got etheric light, a light body, invisible light. That is the soul body. You think of it like that. Astral body. But that condenses into a light body. And light is becoming manifest. Now it's very dense, getting denser. So it's a lower level, but still a very high level compared to this dense, solid world. But remember, none of this is better or worse. It all comes together as a one single package. That's it. Not better or worse. This is just an explanation of how it works, the process, the movement of it. Light body condenses down. Now this light body is intelligence. It's an organizational force. And it wants to create a physical body now. It wants to organize atoms. It can see now there's a material world. And again, I'll come to how that is created. I've said it a few times. But we're working slowly now down through life itself. Life itself wants to manifest in this world. Remember, atoms are already here. Everything is already here. So life now sees atoms. Oh, I want some atoms so that I can interact. So it starts to collect atoms. But it can't do much. It can only collect etheric energy. It can collect love. And when it collects love, it's collecting to parents, a mother and a father. Remember, chicken and the egg come together. It's looking for two chickens to create an egg. So it finds two chickens. Two chickens come together, they create an egg. And the soul now can come into that egg. But it's only a small egg, an embryo, and bit by bit the embryo grows and more of the soul can come into it. And at that point, the mother and the father are also providing energy. It's love, life force energy building. And there's a big bubble of this life force, this love, that creates this body. But the soul is the light body gradually coming into it. That body is then born, and the light body, more of it can come in, but still not all of it. Light body is very powerful, very big, but it's gradually putting more and more energy, growing that body. And a point comes when the body reaches puberty, it grows up to another level. At that point, a massive amount of life force energy goes in. Here, the light energy is condensing more and more. It's becoming fluid electricity. Here it's very deep. The light is going into the bone structure, first of all. The bone structure is crystal. Crystal is the lowest energy state of matter once you have got atoms. So crystal is very low energy state, but the atoms themselves are very high. Okay? Very deep. I've talked about this before. But because a crystal is actually the lowest state of entropy for atoms, it's the most stable form of matter, it connects to the highest, the most diffuse level of the ether, the thought energy. Thought energy goes into the bones, the crystals. And light will go into crystal. Emotions will go into crystal. It will all go into crystal. But at the point of puberty now, we're getting a sudden burst of fluid. More intense. It's the hormonal fluid. So now the light energy is condensing into the crystal, condensing into the bones. It's going in deeper and boom, it's creating hormonal fluid. Hormones are plasma. It's going all the way down through electricity. The bones are piezoelectric. They create electricity. More compact creates plasma. Plasma goes in, it's fluid. Now we can look at this as living plasma. Hormonal fluid. You can think of this as liquid soul energy. And this creates the living life force in the body. That's why they will steal your hormones. It's quite literally, they're stealing your soul, your life energy. But there's more. It goes down deeper into blood, goes into lymphatic fluid, goes into water, all these different fluids, and of course all these different atoms. And of course this is happening all the time. That's the way the body is growing. All these things are present all the time. It's a process of them organising and also disorganising, collapsing. The soul is imparting, it's pushing itself onto the material world, but when the soul departs, the material world just collapses. There is entropy. So that's the different hierarchy. The soul and the body. Now, the soul is creating the body, and the body is now made of atoms. So there's a separation. The atoms, the atomic structure is now fixed. Here's the problem. The material world is here because of these bubbles of plasma that are atoms. Once you get very dense ether in plasma, and it's like clay, now you're compacting clay. And remember what they say, God created man. He got some clay and he moulded a man. That clay means plasma. But you're moulding actually an atom. You only need an atom. Once you've got an atom, now you can create all different manifestations. You can have a gas, you can have a liquid, you can have a solid, and you can have a crystal. So now it's a different game. It's a material substance. It's a game with atoms. But an etheric realm, it's a game of fluid. Subtle. It's infinite in its variations. Atomic structure is fixed. There's only a limited number of atoms we can have. And the atoms are locked in space-time. You can't do so much. That's why we are trapped in this body. This body is trapped in space-time. The soul wants to set itself free, back to the etheric realm, back to the spirit realm, heavenly realm. But remember, it's not better or worse. This body, we can have a wonderful heavenly experience in this body. But we've forgotten it. Here's the lie. They have taught us to believe this world is hell. It's a terrible world we're living in. No, this world is heaven also. The body can be heaven. And the mind, the spirit, yeah, that's heaven. But you know, of course, the mind can also be hell. You can have a terrible, terrible nightmare of a life locked in your mind. It's not better or worse. It's really about finding a balance in the middle of it all. That's what they call the Tao, the way of the shaman. Balance. You balance the bone structure, the physical body, that's real, important. You balance the mind, the emotions, the light. You visualize a light body. You build it, you create it. You balance in it. And you balance the spirit. You still the thoughts. Create silence. You go back outside space and time. Back to a point. Return to the unconscious mind. Because there, that is pure spirit where everything manifests. From that point, both the chicken and the egg will manifest together. Soul and body, boom, together. Very deep. This is the secret to health, regenerating yourself. Everything. That's why we do physical exercises. That's why we do moving, breathing exercises. All this is to connect the soul and the body, but harmonize them. The secret is balance. Not better, not worse. Not too happy, not too depressed. Just nice. Balanced, optimistic, cheerful, loving, compassionate. Yeah, not pessimistic, depressive. Yeah, but not over the top. Just balanced. Inner peace, serenity. It's about wisdom, because wisdom is the balance of the spirit, the higher levels, the thought energy. It's understanding. It's the opposite of confusion. Confusion means emotions. Emotions create confusion. It's a turbulence in the etheric energy. You want to bring that to balance. Balance becomes understanding, because you have a direct line to the infinite spirit that understands everything. We all can have this. You're not religious. All of us. Close your eyes, go to a deep sleep, go to a point of nothing, the unconscious. Let it all go. When you come back, you will have the answer. No religion, no cult. Do it yourself. Easy. So I hope this made sense. Please do leave me any questions or comments, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.